fact, the NDC's ticket for the presidency in this election just about a week ago has made history. We're talking about the first female vice president in the history of Ghana. That's Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. And then also the only former president to come seek re-election after losing an election and then winning. And it appears that if all the 276 constituencies results are put together, John Mahama may just be setting another record with the highest percentage of victory since the Fourth Republic, or the presidential candidate to have won with the highest number of votes since the Fourth Republic in this country. We'll wait for the Electoral Commission to do all it has to do with the remaining 9 constituencies, because bear in mind, the 56.55% that Jen Adoku-Mensah, the chair of the Electoral Commission, announced that John Mahama has won this election with was without the results, the presidential results of some 9 constituencies. So some 267 constituencies results were what put John Mahama at 56.55. So we'll see how the coming days will look like. But there's a latest from the Electoral Commission, which we'll be getting to as we go on. Let me just give you an idea. It's not just the presidential ticket of the NDC that is on its way. In fact, that has actually made history. You look at the parliamentary results as well for the NDC. With all things remaining, or all things being equal, it appears that the NDC would also have what has been described as a supermajority in the 9th parliament. But there are some seats that are being contended, results that are being contested, and then also some which the Electoral Commission itself is saying that it does not recognize, because the declarations of the persons who won, according to the EC, did not follow laid down procedure. We'll get into all of that. But if you look at the regional breakdown of the various parliamentary victories, as in the MPs who won for the NDC, unprecedented as well. And we're going to show that to you. Some constituencies the NDC has never won. They won it in this 2024 election. Trends were thrown out of the window. The trends that we always would refer to do some kind of a projection of how the outcomes of an election will be. Look, this election rendered all the trends and historic analysis moot. Let's go to the Ashanti region, first of all, to start with. A total number of seats, 47 seats in the Ashanti region. Prior to this election, the composition of the 47 seats in the Ashanti region were the NPP held 42 of those seats in this 8th parliament, with the NDC having 4 seats in the Ashanti region, plus an independent candidate, the former MP. Well, guess what? In this 2024 election, exactly a week ago, these were the people that you made. Let's go to the, start off first from the Western region. The total number of seats, 17. And you see quickly, in the Ashanti region, already there are 2 seats that are being contested. There are Hafuano Southwest, no declaration has been made as yet, and there are Hafuano North. That's the Tepa constituency. A number of you were asking what was happening, what has been going on with Tepa. Well, the Electoral Commission has not declared any results for Tepa as yet. That's not the only one in contention, at least for the Ashanti region. We've heard of Obuasi East as well, the MPP saying they do not recognize the declaration of the NDC candidate there as the winner of this election. So essentially, you're safe to say that per the composition right now, with this total number of seats and the ones in contention, the NDC has increased its tally, at least for now, from 4 in this 8th parliament to 9 In fact, it will probably be 8. If you add the Obuasi East, it will be 9 to this 9th parliament. And the MPP reduced to 36. The independent candidate is in the Asante Achim North constituency, OK Frimpong. He defeated a member of parliament who is a friend of this program, talking about Andy Api-Akubi. Andy Api-Akubi is the incumbent MP for Asante Achim North. He lost that election to this independent candidate who actually is from the NPP stock. He lost the primaries. That's for the Ashanti region. Let's go next to the Western region. The Western region has a total of 17 seats. Now, this is the composition going into the 9th parliament. The outcome of this election result. There are no disputed seats in the Western region. The NDC has won 15 of this 17 in this 2024 election. Let's put that on the screen boldly. 15 of this 17. And the MPP just 2. The MPP holds just 2 of this election that we went into. And prior to this, it was nothing close to what we are seeing right now. The NDC swept seats in the Western region, 15 of them. In fact, some constituencies they've never won before. That, like their Sikado, Ketan constituency. In fact, if you say Second D, maybe if you take out Albert Boson Chisam, who won Second D constituency in the 1992 election, which was boycotted, the parliamentary was boycotted by the MPP. They wrote the stolen verdict. You can also talk about the Impoho constituency. The NDC has never won it before. Well, they won it this time around. That is what's happening in the Western region. The Upper East region, total number of seats, 15. Guess what? The NDC did not leave even one for the MPP. They won all the 15 seats in the Upper East region. Let's put that on boldly on the screen. 15 in the Upper East region. Prior to this moment, this was how the composition of the results were in the Upper East region. In 2020, the NPP was able to win 1 seat in the Upper East region. Guess what? The NDC has taken that seat back. So they have a total of 15 seats. Let's go to the next. And in fact, the story doesn't change. In the Upper West region, the NDC has won all 11 seats in the Upper West region. So those seats like Lambosier and Nandom that the NPP won in 2020, guess what? The NDC has taken those seats back. 11 over 11. So in 2020, the NPP held 3 seats in the Upper West region. Well, guess what? We are going into the 9th parliament with no seats in the Upper West region. Then we have the Northeast region. This is the home region of the flag bearer of the MPP. Northeast. They shared the spoils. 3 seats apart for the Northeast region. In fact, the Northeast region, prior to this election, the MPP held 4 seats and the NDC held 2 seats in the Northeast region. And it was really credited to the influence and mettle, the strength and the abilities of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If you look at the trends, and I keep referring to trends that really were thrown out of the window now. If you look at the trends from 2008 when he first contested with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the NPP had a good showing in the Northern region until now. So you look at this, Northeast, the NDC also increased their showing with an additional seat. Let's go to the next. Now, the Ahafo region. Guess what? In the Ahafo region, 6 seats. The NDC increased their showing with 5 seats up their sleeves going into this 9th parliament for the Ahafo region. And the MPP had just 1 seat. Prior to this moment, the NDC had just 2 seats in the Ahafo region and the MPP had 4 seats. So essentially they've lost 3 seats And that's what the NDC has back with 5 seats up there still going into this 9th Parliament. The Bono region, total number of seats, 12. The NDC has won 11. And then the MPP was just with 1 seat going into this 9th Parliament. That's for the Bono region, 12 seats in total. Prior to this moment, the NDC held 6 seats, the MPP held 6 seats in the Bono region. Well, guess what? After this election, that's the verdict, you have it there. NDC 11 seats, NPP 1 seat. Our guests are going to be joining us right now. For the Bono East region, total number of seats, 11. The NDC has won 10. And the NPP is yet to win any seat. The reason being, for the Techiman South constituency, the results are yet to be declared. That's for Martin J. Mensah-Kosa, the Minister for Local Government, Rural Development and Decentralization. This is one of a number of seats that have not been declared as yet. So Techiman South is still pending now. The Electoral Commission says they're going to do something that we found out is not in law. CI 127 doesn't make any recommendation for recollation. So our lawyers, in fact, will help us get into this and what the Electoral Commission has been doing at this Tesano Police Training School. Let's go to the next. Now, look at the OT region. The NDC, again, like the Upper East, Upper West, they've won all the seats in the OT region. 9 in total. Going into this election, the composition of it in the Eastern region, we had the NDC 8, with the MPP having a seat there. Voter region, guess what? The MPP has won all the seats. The NDC, I beg your pardon, has won all the seats in the voter region, 18. Well, they always describe the Hohoi victory by John Peter Amewu, the current minister in charge of railways development, as a loan. They only loaned the Hohoi seat to the MPP in 2020. Well, they've taken it back. They've had all 18 seats to their credit, as was the case. This is the stronghold, the World Bank of the NDC. 18 seats. Let's go to the next. Now look at the Greater Accra region. And look at this. For the Greater Accra region, even though a number of seats, and we'll have to put it on record, a number of seats are being disputed right now. Total number of seats in the Greater Accra region, 34. And then also, as we see it, the NDC, if the things play out as they are, would have 31 if results hold this way. 31 out of the 34 seats and the MPP 3. This is because the Electoral Commission, as of last night, has come out to indicate to us that they do not recognize the victory of Tema Central, Ebi Bright, Abelekuma North, Irabna Urban, and then also Okaikwe Central, Baba Sadiq. And then also they make reference to the Dom Kwabenya constituency. That's Faustina Akurugu. So these 4, the Electoral Commission says the declaration did not follow due process, but that is being challenged as to exactly what the Electoral Commission meant. Central region, total number of seats, 23. And guess what? 18 for the NDC. Prior to this election, the NDC held 13 out of the 23 seats. The MPP held 10 seats in the Central region. After this election, 18 seats for the NDC in the Central region, 4 for the MPP, and the independent candidate, that's A+. 1. Let's go to the next. Eastern region. The Eastern region, total number of seats, 33. And you will not get the full 33 if you add this, because there's a footnote which would explain to you. The NDC so far holds 8 seats in the Eastern region, and the MPP 20. There's an independent candidate in the Eastern region as well, which we'll be getting, we'll look into as we go on. But let's take a look at this. All of these things, how things have played out. The results that are being contested are the Akwetia constituency, the Suhum constituency, in Suhum Adwejuri, Fantiakwa North. Akwetia constituency, the Electoral Commission 2 days ago declared it with the MPP candidate as a winner. Suhum, the MPP candidate, has been declared winner. In Suhum Adwejuri, is outstanding. Fantiakwa North, on Monday, the Electoral Commission declared the NDC candidate as the winner. Then on Thursday, the Electoral Commission came to do recollation, which is unlawful, and then made the NPP candidate winner. I say unlawful because we checked the CI 127. It has no bearing in law, which we'll get into. So this is how things look right now in the Eastern region. But bear in mind, we are also keenly following what the Electoral Commission will do next, because they've suspended the process until further notice, but we don't know what the next phase will be. Let's hear from the returning officer for the presidential results, Jane Adokwe-Mensah, when she announced the results of 267 constituencies out of 276. Take a look.
The voters of Ghana have spoken. They have expressed their choice at the polls, and that choice will today be upheld by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. As a commission, we have fulfilled our vowed aspiration to imbibe transparency, accountability, inclusiveness, and responsiveness at the heart of all our operations. And I can confidently say that with the help of God, we have fulfilled these aspirations and the expectations of the citizenry. We have conducted elections that are credible, fair, transparent, and peaceful. Elections that have ensured that the will of the people, as expressed at the polls, the elections that have guaranteed that every vote counts. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And the results will be announced based on the positions of the presidential candidates on the ballot. Mahamudu Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the DCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, being 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC obtained 17,461, being 0.16%. Mr. Kofi Kranting, independent candidate, obtained 3,320, being 0.03%. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, independent candidate, obtained 3,091, being 0.02%. Nana Kwame Biediaku, independent candidate, obtained 84,478, being 0.05%. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent candidate, obtained 31,202, being 0.28%. The total valid votes cast add up to 11,191,422. Total rejected votes, 239,109. Total votes cast, 11,430,531. In the light of the above, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor as the returning officer of the 2024 presidential election to declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the winner of the 2024 presidential election and the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana with a total percentage of 56.55%. Congratulations, sir. It is finished.
And that last phrase of "it is finished" also generated some conversation and why the EC chair decided to put it at the end of all of that. But that's the declaration of John Dramani Mahama, President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, with 267, 9 seats presidential results still outstanding. But let's take a look at what happened in the Northern region. And then my guests who are just walking in, we'll introduce them briefly. Take a look at this. The Northern region, 18 seats. The NDC won 11, NPP 7. That's for the Northern region. Prior to going into this election, there was 9-9 each, but the NDC won additional 2 seats. For the Savannah region, 6 seats the NDC won, with the NPP winning just 1. The Damongo seat, as we indicated, which is the only seat that the Electoral Commission has declared for the NPP, is being contested. Adam Mutawakilu has indicated that with everything that's happening right now, he's going to contest the results of the Damongo constituency. The traditional leaders there also have given their blessing to that particular decision he's taken. So we'll see how things play out in the Damongo constituency. And the Coalition Center for the Electoral Commission, that was a court complex in West Gonja, was touched, was set ablaze in the Damongo constituency. 16 people have been arrested, 14 have been remanded into police custody as we speak. Now, a number of constituencies that the NDC won, that they have never won before. And we're going to show that to you right now. Some constituencies that the NDC won, which they have never won. And that's what is on the screen. The Dom Kwabenya constituency, Ablekuma West, that's Eslawusu's constituency. The NDC, since the creation of this constituency, never won it. Ayawaso Central. And then you have Tema West, Okaikwe South. For the Ayawaso Central constituency, we saw the minister in charge of Interior, former Greater Accra Regional Minister, Henry Korte, losing that seat. His deputy also lost her seat. That's in the Central region. Ashanti region, Adansi Aswa, Obuasi East, Afuano Southeast. And then we also have in areas such as Akrofom, and then Obuasi East, which is also being contested, but the NDC won it, as you see there. Then in the Eastern region, Ekwapem South, Obiamo's constituency, didn't contest this election though. The NDC has won it for the first time. Upper West Achim. In the Western region, Sekunde, Kwesimintim, Takwan Siaem, that's Andre Japamesa secondary constituency. And we also have, even if you add Esikado Ketan as well. Jogate didn't contest. The NDC won it for the first time. You can also add Kwesimintim, the Deputy Education Minister, lost that one. Takwan Siaem as well, as Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, George Mekuduka, lost that area as well. In Poho as well, in the Western region, the NDC won it for the first time. And then when you look at the Bono region as well, Sunyani West, Doma Central, Doma East, in the Central region, Ewutu Senya East, Asin Central, Kennedy Japan's constituency, he didn't contest this election, the NDC won it. Upper Denchira East and Afuano, in the Ahafo region, a Sutifi North constituency.